Hello, everybody. It's November something. I think the 7th, but I'm pretty sure this is the daily challenge for the 8th. Yesterday, there was a travesty. I played the 7th daily challenge, thinking it was the 6th, quickly failed, and could not start another one. You may have watched this yesterday. I don't know. I'm here with Becky this time. I will not be flying solo. Yesterday, I was manic and spoke with stream of consciousness style. Today,
You do that anyway.
we probably won't be any more focused.
No, we won't.
Well, daily challenge is ready. We begin. I put the microphone in the wrong place. I hope this isn't too loud. Son of a bitch, this is going to be loud. Yeah, sorry guys, I could have done that better.
The problem is AJ speaks far too loudly, and I speak far too softly.
I want to be this dude again. I love this guy.
One of your students, I won't name the name, but she was telling me, she was like, so it was in the other classroom, and
What is this?
one of your students.
Really? You saw one of my students?
Yeah, she goes, I was in the other
Oh,
classroom.
I know. Never mind.
I was
Go on.
in the other classroom, and I completely did not hear your husband at all. He was so silent as he was teaching that it was absolutely impossible to hear him.
Yeah.
And I just looked at her and laughed.
Because you knew she was just fucking with you?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's true. I'm pretty loud. I'm pretty loud in the classroom. Actually, when you stopped by my room the other day, the first thing someone says was, we have trouble hearing him all the time, ironically.
That's right, that's right.
Yeah. So, here we are. It's a daily challenge. I've been failing a lot at this lately. Do you want a long one today, or do you want a short one back? That snake is facing the wrong way.
I mean, I don't think I typically have a choice over
You don't!
long.
I could die at any point.
Yes.
I interrupt Becky a lot in these. I feel guilty about that, but sometimes I think that Becky doesn't realize what's happening in the game, and I sit there and I'm like, there's a spider I have to kill, and she's like, but sometimes, if you're reading on grammatology after you read Gift of Death...
I do not talk about Can I be honest? I do not have the stomach for...
I'm not a big fan of Derrida either.
I'm not on the stomach for French psychoanalysis or French theory. I really don't. It really bothers me, actually.
Did Bod?
What did you do?
I threw a rock at the man!
Oh.
Oh, ball sack! That was also a bad bomb throw.
Wow.
Did not mean to throw a rock at that guy. I'm sorry, dude.
What are you going to do now?
I'm gonna waste all my bombs, I guess.
What? Where's your shotgun?
He's holding it.
Oh.
Normally you have to take it from him. Oh,
There's no, you're done.
I'm not done.
You're done with that. Otherwise you're gonna die.
No.
Yes?
We're gonna solve this problem. Ah!
Okay.
Okay, we picked up some more bombs.
Get the shotgun? Nope. Nope.
I think we should leave it there for a while.
Yeah, I think so too.
Alright, so, there is an altar here, and the Ujedi is on this level, but the Ujedi is pretty easy to acquire. That's a good sign. Alright. That was a good throw, I guess. Whoop! Alright, so Ujedi, let's take care of that. We're probably going to go to the next floor with the Matic instead of the shotgun. Now,
Right.
the shotgun is a better defensive thing, but the Matic is better for greed, because you do
Right.
this. And you can, like, get different access points through the level.
Correct.
Yes, you're learning!
I'm learning.
We're teaching Spelunky here.
I don't really care too much, honestly, to learn it.
That's okay. I know that this isn't, your most important Lebenswelt.
No, it's not.
Yes. So,
We were talking about French on, I don't know, grammatology and Derrida. And how
grammar?
much...
Grammatology?
Yeah.
I'm grammatology?
I'm not sure which is called.
I didn't even know grammatology was a word
No, that's
until I heard Derrida.
That's one of his... That's one,
Books.
Well, he makes up a lot of words.
Yeah, I don't like him.
I'm not...
As a man. I mean, he's probably a nice guy. I don't know.
No, he's not. Remember
You don't
there was
think so?
no, there's a letter of recommendation once that they got, and he was like,
Oh, yeah, we heard that, yeah, he wrote a letter of recommendation. What did it say?
it said, so-and-so study with me in Paris.
And that was it.
Jacques Derrida.
He signed it in big letters.
And you're just like, well,
I wonder if his secretary signed it. He didn't even do it.
yeah, this is a stamp? I don't know, I can't deal with it.
Did I miss some good item on the last level?
I
The shotgun? I hope not.
depending on who's describing Lacan's conceptual framework, I have a...
Oh! God! That guy's right there!
Yup.
Okay.
I sort of like him, but to be honest, I just don't have a stomach for French psychoanalysis. I like British and American psychoanalysis, so long as it's not ego psychoanalysis like that at all. Germans are way better. They're cooler. Oh my god!
Sorry! Okay. Sorry. I didn't mean to. We just picked up a lot of important good items, though, fortunately.
I think you did mean to.
No, I didn't! It's terrible. Wow.
Right.
Well, those guys took fucking care of themselves, I guess.
Right.
Well, look at them.
Yeah.
Their bodies were both on the same spikes. Now we gotta figure out where that fucking vault is.
Yeah.
We gotta get some vault action in here.
Yeah.
Up in here. Y'all gonna make me act like fool. Or whatever that song is. I'm good at singing.
Yeah.
Becky, how much Halo did you play?
Tons.
I know we've talked a lot about that in the past.
And in fact, you have made it such that I swear all the...
Oh, so now that's my fault?
No,
Becky curses like a
Halo.
fucking sailor.
I mean, I don't know if I do it as much when you're playing because you're screaming the whole time, but
The vault's in there. That's too hard to
you'll
get.
have
Fuck it.
like the problem is I have been doing it in class as I'm teaching
Mm-hmm.
sections, and it's not good.
Why is that not good? Swearing is awesome. So is being a teacher who swears.
But not when you're swearing like a sailor.
Yes, it is.
Like I can't.
Well, you're not like, "Arr, you cocksuckers." Should I bleep that out?
No, I don't know.
I said it kind of. Yeah, I don't know. I think it's okay.
Like,
Didn't seem that hate-filled.
Today, like, it's so funny because like I'm leading my students to a certain point in the discussion, right? And I do accidentally swear a lot, just as a matter of habit. And the other, because I run them over time every time, and they see.
Why do you do that?
Well, I don't know, because I'm engaged and they're engaged, and most of them don't.
I bet they're mad.
They're not. No, actually, they don't look.
I know. Students.
They don't like pick up their backpacks and they're like, oh my god, I can't wait to get out of here.
What students love actually is staying after class and just working more than they need to.
They do, especially here. But what happened was that my room is scheduled such that another section comes in right after.
Those fuckers.
So they started opening the door, and I was in the middle of like my grand point, the point that I needed to reach at the end of the section, like the one that I was like really excited to make.
What the?
About the relationship
That
between...
sucked. I need to talk about the game. We just picked up a compass and then got another compass. If I'd gotten them in the opposite order, I would have gotten something awesome. But as a result, it sucks. What would I have gotten? I would have gotten... What items are we missing? We might have gotten a jetpack, unless I'm miscalculating. Sorry. If we'd had a jetpack there, it would all be better. Go on, Becky. Sorry.
No, you just did what basically happened to me earlier.
We would have gotten climbing gloves. Go on.
You just did what happened to me earlier.
No, I didn't.
I was in the middle of a big finale.
Okay, go on. Finale me.
Okay, finale, where I was trying to teach my students about the relationship between concepts and content, and how it was that you evaluated good versus bad, especially when you start flipping things and say like good things are bad and bad things are good, and because a lot of the legalists in ancient Chinese thought started doing this, and so it was really quite fascinating, especially because the texts are considered amoral, like not really immoral.
Really?
Not immoral and not moral. They're not concerned with what is better, except in a sort of very utilitarian function. As one of my very intelligent students put it, it's like a computer. Like, how can you call a computer immoral? You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So it was really great. So I was getting to this like grand point, and all of a sudden, the other section just like bursts in, right? Like we start like as if they were angry, even though I was still on the hour, and I just go, son of a bitch. And then one of my students, like knowing how seriously I take this stuff, he goes, we're doing philosophy in here, okay? Get out.
Sounds like a gentleman.
It was actually really funny.
Come on, get over here and jump on the fucking... Oh, are you serious?
I mean, I think he was making fun of me because I was taking it super seriously, and I started talking really fast and like drawing lots of arrows, and because I draw to illustrate the concepts, but I just loved it. It was like, we're doing philosophy in here.
Oh God!
Okay.
I'm like trying to figure out some way that I can fucking kill myself.
Do not do. Don't.
Okay, it's okay. It's okay. Okay, we can do this. I always get myself into this sort of shit barn, shithole, shit fest.
Yes.
And this is how it always ends. It ends with me being a shit barn.
Get
We're
out.
gonna need to take
Just get
those
out.
old men up here too. No, we're not leaving until we get the Capella.
This is what you do every time.
And then I succeed.
No, you don't.
I succeed.
No, you don't.
The first step is to kill this man.
You die early. Last night you were like, well, I was dead in like 2 minutes.
We just killed that man. Okay. Now, we pick up... Oops. What? Was this fucker glitching? Oh my God, he's glitching? We can't take that corpse up here? That sucks. Because that guy would get us all of our hopes and dreams. There we go. See, this is smooth.
Maybe it's intentional.
Never find a lover who could be so smooth. Yeah, Rob Thomas, Santana. Why do you always say Santana's last name and not his first name, but you always say Rob Thomas's names?
What?
I don't know what I'm saying.
I don't think you do either.
Nah, it's...
Oh, by the way, I was listening to Rye. Just a shout out.
Just a shout out to...
To Hoojax. It was definitely
Yeah.
Rye. Looked it up.
Yes. A variation on wheat and barley.
It was Zebda, I think. I don't know.
We read somewhere that it counts as rye, though it appeared to be dubious or debatable.
It was on Wikipedia on a footnote. And we were like, okay, I guess it's kind of Rye. I mean,
That didn't have a Kapala in it?
I don't think kind of Rye makes sense, but I don't know.
I'm not going to be able to get a Kapala because this douchebag down here, his corpse is glitching.
We also saw this really graphic film about what was it? The Battle of it's translated the Battle
That
of
sucks.
Algeria, and in English, and it was like one of the most gruesome terrorism movies you could possibly imagine. It was re-released apparently in 2004, and to discuss like.
To much acclaim?
Well, no.
To little acclaim?
No, I'm not sure entirely why, but it was it had something to do with whether or not it was acceptable to actually to commit torture in order to get information.
Was it called 24?
No.
Was it called Volley Quoi? I can't speak French.
No. I don't remember actually what the official title was. It's in the top 100 movies you should watch, though, according to some website.
According to some website, you gotta watch this
some
shit.
website. But it was about Algerian struggle for independence against France, and it was pretty horrific.
What isn't about that?
A lot of things.
Yeah, I guess I can think of several things. I don't think 2001: A Space Odyssey is about that. for
And
instance.
let's see, what did we read today? Fanon.
What's that?
He was a very famous, intellectual. He was also a doctor. He wrote lots of books, and then he died at like 37 from leukemia.
No!
Well, what's awful, I mean, to be honest, it's a very horrible thing to... I mean, you think it's horrible to die from leukemia, but what's more horrible is my own paranoia that I'm like, this guy's 37 and he wrote this many books and he was a doctor who worked for a long time on this and was this huge political activist.
I thought you were going to say huge political asshole.
No, he was born in Martinique, and which was sort of controlled by France at the time.
Yeah.
And then he got very involved with Algeria's movement, and so it was really fascinating to read about him. But I don't know.
I've set us up for failure here.
My point being, he was 37 and he did all this stuff. He read tons of stuff. He published tons of books. He was this political activist and he was a doctor. So I have 7 years if I want to catch up to that kind of thing. And
You
then
can do it.
And then I have to die from cancer, so that it seems really tragic. That's honestly, the worst part about it was not leukemia. It was the fact that I was thinking that as
You were
they
like,
were telling me about
I'm never
this.
going to be able to die from cancer this heroically.
I know, exactly. Isn't that the worst? And I hated myself for thinking that.
I love you.
This Ali Brosh moment, right? Where she thinks about how much she hates herself because of the way in which she's thinking. which is kind of how I would characterize most of her posts. I still love her. I think she's great.
Huh, I didn't think this all the way through. We used our last rope. That sucked.
Yeah. I'm actually not 30, so...
No, you're not. We talked about that in a previous episode, though. Right. What age you weren't.
But I still feel I'm getting there, so I'm already trying to accept it.
I can't even go up here? I guess I can...
All of our friends are 30.
What the fuck?
So
yeah.
I feel like I am. Yeah.
Oh, I didn't even need to use that bomb. I could have just used that bat.
Yeah, I don't know.
See this guy in armor? This is why people no longer use armor.
Okay.
Because he's dead now.
Okay. Wait, did you mean that as like a universal statement?
Yes. No, I don't know.
Okay.
Did you?
No, well, no, I mean...
Black markets around here?
I didn't know when you were like, this is why no one else uses armor, this is why nobody uses armor. I didn't know if you meant it in a way that was like...
I don't know what I meant.
Jorah Mormont talking to like one of the Dothraki being like...
That is how I meant it.
Being like, no, you can't move so fast. And he's like, yes, but at the same time, like, you know, you can't cut me or whatever.
Yes.
Do you remember this in season 1?
Uh-huh. Uh-oh. So, holy fuck, that guy!
Why do you do that?
Ah! Ah! We want to sacrifice him to get the Kapala. Oh, shit, bud! Okay. Okay. What's that, Hoojax? Is that a post-intensive proposition positive? I didn't think so.
We listened to that. It was really funny.
What the hell? I mean, I knew he would be there, but...
we didn't think it was funny. We thought it was actually very smart, but...
If this guy picks up that shield, he's a dick. Kill this fucker! Hey, slave! Go do what I say and kill this guy. Whatever, I just killed the slave. I don't give a fuck. Get up here! Yeah! Okay. Time to move this corpse onto an altar. Wait, is there gonna be a fucking shopkeeper down here? Oh my god! I'm a fucking disaster.
There's so much going on.
God, there's another vampire?
There's so much going on right now that I can
You're like
really,
freaking out here?
a little bit. My
You've got
eyes
so many corpses.
My eyes are actually hurting.
Good.
I'm like, oh my god.
They're supposed to be.
Oh my god.
Take out this guy. Take... You dick. Okay, okay. Come on back up, Drac! Boom! Boom! Is there a shop over here? Shopkeeper?
I don't know. Probably. There's always a shopkeeper that you have to contend with.
Yeah, here he goes. No, that's... The ghost?
The ghost?
I really want the Kapala.
The ghost and the shopkeepers.
I don't think I can get the Kapala here. I think I'm leaving it.
Don't be greedy.
I really... Well, maybe I can...
No, don't be greedy.
I can't kill
No,
the...
you're gonna end it.
I can't kill... It's because of the shopkeeper.
Well, then don't do it.
I wanted to. Now we go to the fucking Black-a-doodle-doo market and we're really gonna be fucked. Wait till you see this shit. Black-a-doodle-doo. Okay.
I find that racist. It's only because I just read Fanon.
Okay, this is a problem because we're out of ropes and we're also out of... We only have 2 bombs.
Yeah.
Okay, good.
Right.
Oh, the dog lived even. Not that we really care that much.
Why am I taking French when in case I don't care about French?
Whoa, whoa, whoa. Now is not the time for such an existential crisis.
It's not really an existential crisis.
Oh, sorry.
It's more that I hate the language requirements in our program.
Yes. How did that dog get out? Where's he going? Okay, he can hang down there. That's fine.
Okay.
No ropes. So, Jesus.
Oh my god. Oh my god. Just don't.
One of them killed the other one.
Well, that's good. Well, okay, bombs. Yeah!
Nice. Okay.
Not bad.
The spring shoes, we don't give a fuck about spring shoes.
Why
What's
not?
down here?
Why not?
Oh, we need that shit.
Oh.
That's good shit.
Oh.
Alright, we've got a ladder here.
That's some good shit.
Hang on, I gotta take care of that man. I gotta take care of that other man.
Okay.
Okay, this is gonna be the hard part. Especially because I just did that.
What was that?
Something stupid.
You let him out?
Yes. Well, no, letting him out was okay. I don't... Boop!
So now you got stuff.
Now we have, jetpack.
Okay.
What's going on here? Oh, come on. Kill that motherfucker.
I'm trying to learn the specifics.
Look at this dick. Come on! Get over here!
To be honest, it gives me a headache to look at the screen this much.
Good.
I don't think so.
That's how you know it's working.
No, I don't think so.
That's how you know it's working. God, that ass! Yeah! Where's your shotgun now? Oh, it's right there. You picked it up again. He just shot himself. Why is he still alive?
Oh my god, oh my god, oh my god. Oh my god.
We just killed him by jumping on him.
That's
We just did something a little ballsy, I have to admit. Alright. Hey, you... Really? Okay, time to get pup. And we want the ghost to come from this side, if necessary. Does that make sense?
Sure.
I really wish we could have gotten the Kapala. Okay, now the ghost is coming from this side. That's okay. Time to go. Oh my god.
You're not doing too badly.
No, I'm not doing great. I've made some key mistakes and there were some missed opportunities,
Right.
especially for getting the Kapala.
There are always missed opportunities.
Sometimes it is my ideal to not have any.
Okay.
That's what I call score maximizing. And I think I've even forgotten... I think I even forgot to get an idol at an earlier
Pretty
level.
sure Robert Frost writes about this.
Score maximizing?
No. The road not taken. I.e., you can't do it all.
That's not what I'm talking about.
I don't know.
I'm talking about doing it all.
No, I know.
I know, but I can. That's the difference between Robert Frost and me. He wasn't as good of a Spelunky player. I say as I get hit by a frog.
Right.
Comparing myself to Robert Frost, I guess? It's Spelunky? That's like apples and oranges, really. Oh my god!
It's not even like apples and oranges.
Yes, it is. It's like
it's like poetry in video games.
it's like, sputum and, helicopters. Okay.
I don't even know where you come up with this.
I don't understand what you're saying. I
I
just say things that everybody's thinking.
No.
Yes. Okay,
God.
let's fuck this fish.
Oh,
Uh-oh.
oh.
Ah, stop eating me!
Why do you care?
Because I want to get a crate that's down here. 2 crates. It's like delicious.
Okay.
Crates are like apple pies.
Are they?
They have ropes in them, just like apple pies.
Like apples and oranges?
Just, yes. Bombs, see? We spent 2 bombs, probably, maybe 3, I don't know, to get 3.
Is that really worth it?
No.
I didn't think so.
I don't know, maybe it was. I think it was. What I'm trying to say is that I think it was.
But you have a jetpack, so why would you need ropes?
That's a good question. Sometimes you need them because you need to shoot upwards. That fucker could get out.
So I'm just trying to, whatever, min-max or whatever.
You're just trying to min-max or whatever the hell?
Yeah.
Okay, that guy just got eaten by a flower, but I think he's gonna... Yeah, he just bursted out of that flower.
I think I used the word min-max today when I was talking about, Lord Shang.
Lord Shang?
Yeah.
Lord Shang is not a nice man.
No, he's not.
Um,
He lives in a police state.
I live in a police state.
An ancient Eastern political...
Wait, he
Chinese
lived in a
philosophy.
police state or he believed in a police
No,
state?
he believed in a police state.
Sorry, didn't mean to offend you, Duchess Shang.
So this guy... Yeah, I know. This dude, right? I don't actually know...
Was he?
I don't know the history. Yeah, for a while, and then... I don't know. I don't know the history.
We don't know who he was.
All I know is that he advocated that, like, light... Any sort of, like, light thing that you do wrong should be severely
Shouldn't have gotten that jump.
punished. I.e., you should be dismembered.
For
Otherwise-
everything?
Otherwise, your state should be dismembered.
Wait a minute. Dismembered for everything I do wrong?
I don't know.
What about treason?
He basically
Definitely treason.
definitely treason. Can I tell you why?
Yeah.
Okay, because this is like one of the greatest.
This is the clincher.
This is a good story. So he believed.
Let me tell you a tale.
He believed, and this is what's awesome, is that he thought that, as far as I know, and if there's anybody who knows better than I do, please feel free to correct me. He implemented this idea that everybody should be equal, and then the state should collect all the resources, and that you should appoint, I don't know, people to certain jobs. It's kind of like communism, I guess, right now. Like,
Sure.
and then you should give people no say, and essentially, if you keep them stupid enough and don't educate them, then everything will be okay.
Well, tell me, how did people feel about this Lord Shang?
It didn't matter.
Did they think he was friendly?
It doesn't matter.
He didn't care what they thought.
No, because it was all about the state and whether or not it ran efficiently.
Okay.
Right? So it didn't, like, they didn't care, right?
He's like the honey badger.
It's
not that funny.
It's not the people, it is to me for some reason.
There's something a little funny about
Yeah.
it.
I mean, he didn't care what the people thought. And I don't know what the reactions were to this. Apparently, rulers liked it because they implemented it so much, and legalism becomes like a school of thought.
Sure.
Okay, but the best part was he wanted to know where everybody was at all times, right? In order to make sure that the government had such tight control that this would be.
So he's like the NSA?
Right, he's like the NSA. So they would like sort of watch everybody's movements all the time.
I just made I didn't mean to do any of that, but it's done.
So he didn't believe that anything should be based on heredity
Hurt feelings.
Okay. Yeah, or heredity or titles or whatever. The government should seize all land and all titles, etc. The problem comes when basically whatever ruler he's advising, who's implementing this, dies, and then his son takes over, right?
Why is that bad?
Because he doesn't believe in heredity.
Okay.
As something that should guarantee.
So this becomes a problem when the guy who's like, yeah, Lord Shang, I love you, and then he's like, but now it's time for my son to take over.
Well, yeah, he dies, and then
the
son starts hearing rumors from other ministers. I mean, it's based on a meritocracy, but I mean, originally you see all people as equal, and then see their what they're good at, and then based on whether or not you obey them well, they'll sort of let you rise in rank.
Okay.
Okay. So other ministers start conspiring against Lord Shang.
Why?
Why?
Yeah.
Because they're assholes and they want his power.
Okay.
So they say essentially like, hey, son of this guy who trusted you, or who whatever, son of this guy who trusted Lord Shang. He's actually plotting to take over the entire state because he doesn't believe heredity is something that should entitle you to rule.
Okay.
Okay.
This is a pretty good story, by the way.
I know.
This is lots of intrigue in it.
I know. This is great, right?
Why is everything exploding?
There should be a television show about this.
I forgot about the goggles.
Television show would be awesome.
Oh, no!
Oh, AJ.
No, we can't go to the City of Gold now!
Oh, AJ.
That was weird. We at least got to see me turn into a block of ice and live in a block of ice for a minute.
I didn't even get to tell you the rest of the story. So there's like assassination attempts on him. So he decides that Lord Shang is going to run to an inn. Lord Shang, is going to run to an inn to try to escape.
Yeah.
Except that he's implemented this, or he's convinced the whatever ruler to implement this policy, whereby you have to tell people, like, who you are, and the inn has to, take like names and copious notes about this, right? And he's so like legalistic that he actually like gives his own name to the inn.
Yeah.
And despite the fact that he's trying to sort of run away, obviously they're going to find him. Like the son that's taken over now, the ruler, is going to find him. And what happens? He dies by the very torture that he inflicts upon people in order to get them not to do something wrong.
What delicious irony.
And you know how he dies? This is the best part.
Drawing and quartering.
Yes. It was 4 chariots, and then your limbs are suspended, right? And they go 4 different directions, and you're just pulled apart. Like a la Braveheart.
Just like how it feels to get up in the morning.
That's how Braveheart ended, right?
I've never seen Braveheart.
Are you serious? You never seen Braveheart?
Yeah, I've seen Titanic though, so it's like
you
those were both important at the same time.
You never saw Schindler's List. You never saw Braveheart. You never saw anything of any sort of historical.
Braveheart is of historical import?
Well, I would say that I don't know. It's like a fairly decent movie that had some interesting themes and ideas in it.
Had Mel Gibson wearing paint, right?
Yeah, but...
Reason I'm using all these bombs, by the way, is because the only way we can have a high score now is by being experts in ghosting.
Anyway, I tend to love historical fiction and fantasy. as suggested by my American Girls obsession.
Yes.
So, I don't know, I liked Braveheart. If I watched it again, maybe I wouldn't. Maybe I should watch it again. Sounds like fun.
Are you a fan? Do you want to watch Braveheart after this? I don't.
No. Actually, you know what? It wasn't actually that good now that I think about it.
You like thought about watching it and you're like, fuck this. Fuck this noise. I can't believe we can't go to the City of Gold now.
I'm sorry. I'm so sorry.
No, sometimes you get caught in
It
a
was
block of
because
ice by a mammoth.
I was talking about, you know...
No, it was impatience on my part.
Legalism.
That's it. No. It wasn't your fault.
Yeah.
No, I looked at the mammoth and I said, you know what? I can sneak up there real quick. And then it turned, it was like, BAM! And then I was like, maybe I'll live.
Let's be honest. Dying by quartering is not... I mean, it's distracting. It's distracting.
Yeah. That's true.
Yeah. So I love that...
Can I tell you some things that I think are melodramatic, but I've always had a fond place in my heart for them?
Dying by your own hands?
No.
Like trying to avoid death and riding out to meet him? Things like that always, I love that.
They say she comes on a pale horse, but I'm sure I hear a train.
Don't.
Why, are you worried that I'm going to get sued by Peter Gabriel?
I get incredibly bored.
The way you were saying don't, though, it made it sound like there was like a real urgency.
I know, because...
You're like, I couldn't take it. I was just getting bored that quickly.
Every morning...
You were singing, and it was boring me. For a minute there... I had the gun in my mouth.
I'm laughing so hard because it's so true.
Yeah, that's how it feels.
You sing off key so much of the time. And you do it every morning in the shower. And I want to kill myself. But to be honest, like...
It's so endearing though, right?
No, you just seem so happy that like I let you do it in the shower. But any other time, I can't stand it.
Yeah.
It's one of those things that would have been cute when we first got together, but now I'm just like, son of a bitch!
It's over now. It's done. You're done with it. It's enough of that. Ready to move on to the next phase of our lives. Mutual hatred.
No, not
but
quite.
Living together for economic reasons.
Not quite there yet, but
yeah.
I know couples who are. Have to have somebody to take out the garbage, right? Anyway.
There's that Louis C.K. sketch where he's like, why? You know why he goes on walks like that? Because he hates you. He hates you more than he loves you. That just sounds so sad. In some ways, it undermines the complexity of relationships.
It does.
But in other ways, it feels like I just shot a puffin in the face. You know how that feels.
No.
I guess they're penguins. Tiny penguins. Adelaide penguins are seriously one of the cutest animals that exists.
I'm sure.
Notably, not one of my favorite animals. Adelaide penguins. Not one of my favorite animals, but definitely one of the most adorable.
Right.
We're gonna ghost the alien on the mothership. Or the mothershit.
Right.
What were we just talking about? Oh, some things that I find endearing.
About each other versus things we hate.
No, I wasn't gonna talk about you.
Oh.
I was gonna talk about...
There's one friend that I had, there's one friend that I had a while ago, and, he was second but a long-time girlfriend. We were talking about things that... Well, I was talking about things that, like...
Oh my god!
Were your traits specifically.
I was going to open up a line of fire there, but...
totally annoyed me. And he was just listening, he was like, huh. And I was like, come on, with your girlfriend, there's gotta be things. And he was like, no. And I was like, no, seriously, there's gotta be things. And eventually I got him to confess, and he's like, well, sometimes when she gets a cold...
Oh, yeah.
She's sleeping at night.
And she sniffles and can't breathe.
Sniffles,
and I just...
And she coughs. And like she's like snoring because of the fact that she has like a cold, and you know I feel really bad for her, but sometimes I like turn.
Yeah, I know. At the same time, you just want to do her harm.
I turn her around really quickly and like readjust my pillows so she has to wake up because I'm so mad at her for sleeping.
That isn't nice at all.
And then she makes so much noise that I can't go to sleep.
When you're sick, I feel so much sympathy for you. The only time I don't want to help you is if you're vomiting. And when that happens, I just wish we never had met. Like, whenever...
I found this one guy's story really interesting because he's like the nicest person in the world. But like to have him admit to that, but it was so mild, right? It's such a mild thing.
Yeah.
But it's really funny. But sorry, you're throwing up there.
Oh, well, no. I mean, all it is just like...
AJ's a sympathy vomiter.
I'm extremely sympathetic to vomiting. And by that,
And by
if
that
you're unfamiliar,
he means
we mean like
he never helps me ever.
No, I'm just like you're in there. You're on your own.
He does.
There's no.
He actually closes the door, throws a trash bag at me, and goes, I can't. I'm turning on the TV.
And I like sit in the corner and writhe and shake back and forth and make humming noises to myself.
As he's like listening to music.
It's okay. Put on something.
Or put on
something I
television.
like. Put on Harry S. Plunkett. Put on an episode of Simpsons.
And
just remember being young again. Feel like you're in the womb. That's the place to be. It's just stuff like that.
He does so really loudly. And like it could be totally unrelated to anything that like has to do with it. Like it's not a stomach virus. Like sometimes it just
Where's the ghost? God, she's taking forever. She's probably getting her makeup on. Am I right? Am I right, guys?
Like I used to take these iron supplements, but you know, you're really supposed to eat before you take the iron supplements, and if I didn't eat enough, I would get sick to my stomach.
And I would get upset. I would get sad, disgusted, and then angry.
And then he would start yelling at me after I came out of the bathroom. He's like, "You didn't eat enough before you took a stupid iron supplement. It fucking made me feel awful."
It does. It's like she's making me throw up.
So,
in my head, but you know, it's about the same.
So that's one thing that bothers you.
Yes.
What's another thing?
I don't like in the Halo series when the Arbiter character says melodramatically about the Master Chief after they don't find him. Mm-hmm. Were it so easy. I'm like, why does he talk that way? Why does he talk using the subjunctive like that?
I'm not sure.
Why is the Sangheel, whatever they are, why does he speak like Shakespeare?
What does that have anything to do with relationships?
I wasn't even talking about that. You turned this into about relationships.
No, I just wanted to know what things annoyed you.
I also don't like it when the grave mind of the Flood says, "I am a monument to all your sins." I think that sounds stupid.
There's a lot of things in video games that sound stupid.
Yeah, but those sound pretentiously stupid. It's like someone wrote those and they were like, they sat back in their chair and they're like, I can take a lunch break.
Television's like that.
It is like that quite often.
I can't take it.
Has anybody watched that NBC Hannibal? I watched like a few episodes and really liked it actually, but it could be stupid. I'm not sure. And then I just never was in the mood to watch it again. But I think it's good.
But I was never in the mood.
No.
Oh, you know which has lines like that? Like which show? House of Cards.
House of...
Oh my god.
We've talked about House of Cards to some extent in the series before.
Oh my god.
It's like, I'll have my helping of political power with barbecue sauce. And I'm like, I get it. You're a Southern Democrat. I get it.
Because you can't be a Democrat, or sorry, you can't not be a Democrat, but we also need to appeal to other people, so we're going to make you Southern.
And you know what happened to Huck Finn, don't you? I'll leave it at that. And then you're like, what? Stop being an asshole, Frank. And again, I know we've talked about this before, and I know we've talked about our secret... I'm not touching that with a 10-foot pole, even though it would be hilarious. I would just die in like 2 seconds. But, like, I know we've talked about how he's, you know, secretly, like, a crazy person that the rest of the political party... God, this alien has to, like, constantly tiptoe around because he's a dangerous schizophrenic who talks to himself all the time. But, like...
He's not a psychopath. There's a big difference.
He's both.
He's not a schizophrenic.
Yeah, he does. He constantly turns away from people and just acts like he's talking to God. He's like, the good Lord knows that it's okay to be an atheist in Georgia.
I'm not really sure if... Maybe somebody can shout out if they have any expertise in psychology.
Frank Underwood is essentially like a southern version of Alexander from Amnesia.
I think it would either be really rare, if not impossible, to have... I could be wrong about this. Be a sociopath and a schizophrenic at the same time.
Are you excited about going to the Mothershit, by the way?
Yeah. That's really exciting.
That's what you're thinking about?
Yeah.
Okay, I think about it a lot, too.
I don't know if anybody has any experience in neurology or...
Why did that gem shoot out that way?
Psychiatry. In which parts of the brains are actually affected by schizophrenia?
Which parts of the brain are lighting up when Frank Underwood talks to himself and acts like someone's listening?
I know psychopaths, sociopaths, and antisocial personality disorders. Like, their empathy centers, whatever that is. I don't remember what part of the brain that's called.
My empathy center is...
They light... in the MRI, they actually do light up. But the amygdala is not... It's not showing any activity. And the amygdala is actually what makes us quite anxious.
Yes.
Like you and me. And
what do you mean? I'm like Frank Underwood, a psychopath.
No, you're not.
That's how I can play this game so calmly, and I never scream or am affected in any way.
Right, right. So, no. So the amygdala doesn't shoot out stuff. So, like, anxiety disorders.
Pew, pew! I'm an amygdala. Shoot! Pew, pew, pew!
So John Ronson, when he writes in the psychopath test, that, like, I don't know. I think they put
He's
him.
the opposite of a psychopath.
They put him in an MRI scan, and he was like.
They're like, you're the most anxious person we've ever met,
and, goes,
that's even for a Welshman.
Right, and then he was like, well, what about psychopaths? And they were like, oh, the amygdalas don't work. And he goes, so I'm like the opposite of a psychopath? And
He's
they're
like totally amazed.
And they're like, yeah.
Yeah.
Pretty much. And I thought that was funny because it was like he was putting two and two together that might not be true.
Yeah.
But I was listening to this guy named, I think it's Kevin Dutton. And he...
What do you mean you were listening to him? Like in a lecture?
No, it's a CNN, like... I don't know, it was an interview on CNN that, like, I was able to go to.
Yeah.
Just by looking him up, it was like the first thing that popped up. And they were interviewing him about his recent book on psychopathy. And, he himself was not a psychopath, but he's a psychologist, so I guess he can do this. His father was.
Right. We're going to the alien Mothershit, by the way.
Mothershit. So I should shut up?
No, keep going. But I'm going to have to interrupt at parts to talk about how I'm insane, and I could die within 30 seconds.
Right.
Or less.
But he was talking about his wife, and apparently his wife actually studies anxiety disorders and is also a psychologist. So they actually, he said that they
okay,
studied
clearing the ground.
They studied the exact opposite thing. Because apparently this is right. If you're really anxious, you're not a psychopath.
Holy motherfucker. Just shot back at him and he popped up like a duck in Duck Hunt. Fuck you, little alien.
But from what I understand, psychopaths also...
Okay.
They do experience tension.
Yes.
Especially if they score high in impulsivity.
Okay, it's getting to the point where there's no more room for anything other than Spelunky talk.
Alright. I will be quiet.
Okay. Whoa! This guy's gonna bounce. Yeah! Bounce! Alright. We're gonna take care of that alien. We're gonna take care of that little alien. There's, we can't forget the shopkeeper up here. You'd think he would just fucking explode, but that never happened. Oh my god, that guy left a bomb like a little turd. Here he is. There's the shop. He's just sitting there? Oh, now he's bouncing. Okay, guy. No gem in that light bulb? What a fuck. Where'd he go? Okay, this is a problem area. Okay. That thing didn't explode, it just fell.
I'm being good right now.
I know. Did I just ghost? I didn't ghost anything. Did I kill the alien? Did I kill the big fucker? Yes! It's time, Becky.
It's time of what?
I have the weapon now.
Okay.
We're gonna make sure that I don't fuck up with it.
There's a lot of shit going on, so I'm still not gonna talk.
No, you're allowed to talk now. Now everything is fine and I can't possibly mess up, right guys? Right?
Don't.
Whoa!
Don't do that to yourself.
Whoa! Okay. Basically, I'm just trying to eliminate as much shit as possible before the ghost gets here. Mm-hmm. And I recoil myself into him. We need to posit ourselves. Posit ourselves. What the fuck is wrong with me?
I don't know.
Okay. We need to be, like, over here.
Why does he come during the...
Why is there a ghost on a UFO? I mean, I'm pretty sure that there were X-Files episodes that involved both aliens and ghosts.
This is what you call...
I think there was one called Gender Bender where there was some sort of Amish ghost killing sex people.
Let me ask you, how late in X-Files did that?
It was fairly early because the actor who played Krychek was in that episode as like some guy who got killed by an alien ghost prostitute.
I was just
wondering
how desperate they needed to be in order to come up with that concept.
Very.
Well, I mean, you get more desperate as the show goes on.
Yes, it would have made sense for that to be late in its run with Agent John Doggett.
Right.
And Monica Reyes. I'm glad they didn't bring in that character
right.
for more.
Right.
Okay.
Right.
So we are pretty effectively ghosting the alien, I would say. I say that maybe speaking too soon.
Maybe you are.
Should I take the shotgun? Nah, I'm just kidding, guys. We're gonna take the rocket launcher. Plasma cannon. That little alien buzzing around back there was totally making me nervous. Okay, what's down here? Did I miss anything?
So I just don't leave.
Because it's all about
Greed.
playing with fire, Becky.
No.
You know, like the episode of Hunchback of
No.
Flaming Children Who Kill Each Other. What's it
No.
called? Why can't I think of what that...
What?
Hunger Games. That's what I couldn't think of.
Hunger Games is actually a pretty good movie.
I liked it.
Me too.
Okay, we just exploded someone.
I mean,
so now we have the luxury of having this cannon.
Would
here.
it be considered a blockbuster?
Yes.
I actually, this is one of the only blockbusters I've liked. Ever.
In quite a while.
Ever.
Really? Ever?
I can't think of any.
Never?
Obviously, we talked about Star Wars, and that was not.
You didn't much care for that. That didn't really
that
sink
didn't wow me.
Yeah. Really, what's the big idea with this shit?
I mean,
I kind of understand
they all
that.
seem to be the same thing.
Yeah.
I can't think of anything.
You're kind of like, this sucks.
Is there anything? Anything? I don't think so.
I don't know. It's a good question. Boop! Boop!
I guess I like the initial Harry Potters.
I don't.
I didn't like the later ones.
I don't like Harold.
I don't know.
Harry Potter?
We've already discussed this.
Give me your Harry Potter! That's what we named the toilet in our dorms and the guy's side that we were all supposed to pee on.
Right.
We named it Harry Potter because it would always have tons of, what do you call them, pubic hairs all over the edge.
So gross.
What, am I not allowed to Oh!
No, it's just gross. I didn't say you couldn't say it. It's just gross.
You're always trying to censor the man.
No, I'm not trying to censor the man. I'm just telling you, I actually, when I see stuff like that in our toilet, I make you clean it up.
What do you mean see stuff like that in our toilet? I'm very good at cleaning up Harry
The
Potter.
edge. Yes, I know you are. Because I couldn't.
I can't tolerate a Harry Potter.
I wouldn't be able to deal with it.
It's gross to me.
Yeah, me too.
Really?
Yeah.
I thought I was the only one who didn't like Harry
No,
Potter. Wait, are we talking about the series, or are we talking about,
We're talking about the
toilet?
We're talking about the toilet.
Okay, just making sure.
We're going back to relationship things that we can't deal with.
I can see where you want to direct this conversation. You want to talk about how this Yeti just keeps doing this, right?
Yeah.
Okay, doggy. We want some of your blood. Blood. It's good to blood them early, Khaleesi. Oh, where did he go?
What the hell?
Did I just crushed him! Oh, no, I didn't. No! Pick up! No! Oh, no!
Well, at least you
Oops, got that gem, too. Everything just went bad there.
Really?
I didn't maximize everything.
Okay.
I wasn't a perfect man.
Okay.
Okay. So, what stuff do we hate about each other? Is that what we're talking about?
We're talking about psychopathy, and then we were talking about, well, what we hated about each other, and then psychopathy.
Okay.
It made total sense.
What did I say that I disliked about what you do the other day? What was... I don't even remember the context. How was he holding that gun without his hands?
I don't
It must
know.
be very strong. It must have a prehensile penis.
I leave plates and stuff by our bed.
Was that it?
I don't think it was, actually.
That's true. Now listen to that. Now if you get mad at a roommate for not doing the dishes, what are you mad at? I can't believe this jerk's letting all the dishes pile up in the sink, right?
Right?
Well, that's not necessarily what happens with Becky and me.
It's plates on the floor. That's what you by the bed, it's fine if it's on the nightstand. It's actually on the floor that you can't deal with.
This lady, as pleasant as she is, as proper as she is, and she has a great sense of taste and style. She's very subtle.
I am?
Yeah, I think you have a subtle sense of style. You're not like, like emo hipster type.
You have to be. I'm only 5 foot tall. There's only so much you can,
You can wear.
Yeah. I can't, go around, otherwise I look like a gypsy. With, tons of jewelry.
Is that racist?
No.
You look like a Romanish?
No, I mean, I didn't mean, Don't put me in this position.
Anyway,
Humor involves some sort of politically incorrect.
Yeah, no, well, what were we just talking about?
The fact that you said I was subtle and I had good style.
Yeah, but, this lady, as proper and, well-kempt as she is...
Who swears a lot, apparently.
Yeah, well, she does that, but she also, she just leaves plates on the floor when she's done with them. Oh, I'm done with these, so I'm gonna put this on the floor. I don't need it anymore. Thank you, AJ, for cleaning that up at some point. I don't want it. So I'm done. You like that? You think that's funny?
Because it's true.
It is true. We need to kill this Anubis asshole, by the way.
I'm
Not
actually-
because... Oh my god! Facing the wrong way.
I'm still thinking of Ali Brosh's, like, we just bought her book, and there's actually a story. There's a new one in there about how she, she doesn't do anything, and she has to shame herself into doing stuff. And AJ's caught me recently doing similar things.
What does that mean?
Like, for instance, there's one strip in her where she, like, decides that she doesn't want the bananas that she got at the grocery store. So,
Oh, and then she just sets it back? You just did that the other day! That's like a total faux pas! I've done it before, but I have felt intense shame every time, and one time I even came back around the store to put, like, an item I'd taken and placed in the wrong spot back in the right spot.
that's what her point was. She was like, option
this
A. She was like, put it on the shelf. No, that makes me a bad person. Option B. Throw it in the direction of where it used to be. No, I'm not doing that. Option C. Walking back to the produce department to put the banana in a different section. Like
Okay,
the
Anubis
apples.
is dead.
Like the apples.
Yeah.
And then option D, put it back where it belongs. And she goes, I guess I should put it back where it belongs. But to be honest, I stop where it's like, well, and buy the cereal boxes. I'm sure the bananas will be okay here. Actually, if it's a perishable food like banana, I don't do that. But if
Yeah.
it's like a bag of chips and I don't want it and we're in cereal section,
And like, why does it even matter, really?
I'm like,
God,
come
there's a
on,
vault here?
they're good until 2015. Somebody's gonna figure it out. I'm sure they'd rather be doing this than clean the bathroom or something.
Okay, so this is gonna be intense. But here, there's no reason not to take as much time as we... I just died. Wait, no I didn't! I'm still alive! No, now I'm dead.
Why did...
The shopkeeper killed me? I mean, I guess that makes sense. I think what happened is I shot too close to something, but I had so much health that I survived the bomb blast, and the shopkeeper finished me off and then quickly died in his own...
I knew that... Well, I knew that you were gonna die, but... 21!
Hey, shit! Connor! You just made it to the same level I did! Yeah, Connor!
Oh, by the way, Connor. 13-year-old.
Yeah, I saw
Shouldn't-
your YouTube video where you're feeding a beer to your cat or something, or maybe you're filming your dad feeding a beer to a cat. By the way, I don't think that's good for the animal.
No.
I'm not accusing of animal cruelty, though. He was just lapping around the edge.
Okay.
Well, I mean, it probably didn't have that much booze in it.
Maybe it was ginger ale.
Maybe it was O'Doul's.
Since we totally believe that Connor O'Sullivan is 13 and not like 31.
God, why do I always click there? Alright,
It's way more fun to pretend he's 13.
I think he is. I'll see you guys later. He's a 13-year-old bearded man. There was a guy in our 5th grade class who was like 6 feet tall and had a mustache and wore a tight shirt and sweat all the time. It wasn't me.
He was 13.
It was in 5th grade, so he was like 10, 11? I don't know. He had like been through puberty twice. He was like, it was like it happened too fast. You know what I mean? I mean, I'm not going to name names here, but it's like it happened too fast
Right.
for him, for anyone.
Right.
It's like
Well-
he was already entering old man, my cartilage discs are... I mean, he didn't have progeria as far as I could tell.
Right.
I don't know what more to say. I think we should end this here.
No, I
That
just
was a
want to
long
say,
one.
I was like, Connor, I totally enjoy not knowing your age, but pretending you shouldn't be watching these videos because of how much we swear. Let's see. Hoojax, we totally got your message, and we thought it was like funny as hell. I mean, parts of it were very funny, and other parts were very informative, and we think that you're much more well-spoken than we are. Let's see. What else? We enjoyed meeting, who was it? Frenzola's sister?
Yeah, no,
has-
it was Hujak's sister. Who has the girl.
Hujak's sister, who has...
Frenzella, I think I probably saw him at the CrossFit.
Yep, pretty sure
I think
that.
I think I saw you through a pair
Yeah.
of binoculars.
We,
I was in the lumber yard across the street, or the junkyard, whatever
Yeah.
that shit is, just writhing around in a pile of trash.
yes, we enjoyed hearing from the sister that has the gurgles, and her theory about large tonsils, which we weren't really sure how she knew that she had large tonsils.
I have the diagnosis. We've taken a face x-ray, and ma'am, miss, I'm not sure how old you are. Halle Berry or whatever you said. Hannibal? I'm not sure how old you are, Hannibal, but why did I say how old you are? What was I saying? Miss or ma'am. That's why I had to...
Right.
The joke's fucked.
The point is,
but your tonsils are excessively large.
And then this is the reason why you have the gurgles.
Yes.
It's almost it's
like large tonsils. Do you look like Richard Nixon? Like, is it like you have flabby jowls and you're like they go like that?
I don't think so. I'm sure she looks normal, but I'm sure she has some medical reason as to why she has large. I mean, that makes more sense to me than yours, which is just like you putting like.
Maybe I have large tonsils. How would you know?
I have small tongues, so therefore all of these symptoms emerge.
No, I don't think I just have small tongue. It's that my tongue is actually attached and affixed to my throat farther back. It's the same size tongue as most people, at least like an average sized tongue.
I'm gonna go with she has a medical reason to know that she has large tonsils.
By the way, you assholes, I want to reply to all your comments, but I just like don't know how right now because it switched over to a Google Plus comment system, and it doesn't look... Bladed Edge gave me some good advice, but then like I tried it, and I think that from the video manager perspective, it like, I don't know, maybe it's still fucked up, or maybe I'm an idiot and it'll figure out later. Whatever, I read all of them. I don't have anything better to do.
It's fun. Actually, we do have lots of better things to do, but this is way more fun.
Yeah, sure.
Okay.
Bye-bye.
Bye, thank you.